Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I will show you an article coming from Sputnik where the Hungarians do not keep their mouth shut. I'm pretty sure this kind of requests/demands were made by the United States to other countries in the past and will be made in the future. But it seems like the Hungarians don't want to be diplomatic about it and they refuse the US demand. And you're not going to believe what the demand is. The demand is the Hungarian government to provide the US government with information, with data on about 900,000 Hungarians. Why? Probably give them some money or something. You can only guess. Sputnik. Budapest calls US's request for data on 900,000 Hungarians unprecedented. No, I don't think it's not. Maybe to you guys. Budapest, the United States' demand to hand over the data of 900,000 Hungarian citizens living abroad is unprecedented and unrealistic, Hungarian Deputy Interior Minister Bence Retvari said on Sunday, or Bence, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, said on Sunday, adding that Budapest would not share the information to avoid putting its citizens in danger. After the so-called, not spontaneous revolution in Romania, I know that the Romanians, they were infiltrated by outside agencies. The Romanian security services provided the United States with whatever information they wanted about the personnel involved in being employed in the security services. That is, for instance, let's say tomorrow the United States, loses against Bangladesh, or no, let's say loses against my friends from Zimbabwe. And then the Zimbabwe says, you know what, give us all the names and all the data on your FBI agents. And the United States complies. Now, kind of like this, from what I remember, okay, don't quote me on that one, the Romanians provided the Americans, CIA, State Department, with information on their FBI at that time. So, and these guys now are asking for civilians, not for, intelligence agents or operators or however you want to call them. So let's see what else these weasels want. Oh, that's my friend right here, Peter Giarto. The main reason why Hungary has not agreed to hand over the data is security concerns, he added. And I'm quoting, such a request for someone to hand over the data of several 100,000 of its citizens is unprecedented. Countries do not do this. Well, you will. Maybe not you, but I guarantee other countries did it in a hush-hush way. Every country protects and safeguards the data of its citizens with legal guarantees. Hungary does the same. Nowhere in the world do they hand over data of this amount. I don't like this thing. It is unrealistic request. Other countries do not do it either. Retvari told Hungary's Kossuth radio. Now, I don't like this thing. So that means that if the data is not this amount, so instead of 900,000, let's say it's 100,000, that would be good. Or if other countries do it, that means you should do it too. So if other countries are idiots, you should be idiots too. So these two arguments show me weaselness. Hey, Retvari, I don't like that. Okay, in no circumstance you should provide, of this amount. I'm guaranteeing you these guys communicate and they provide to a certain kind of numbers. But what would be the acceptable number? 50? 20? Organized crimes, I understand. But not for what these guys wanted. You're going to find out for what these guys demand to hand over, according to the Russians. Remember, this is Sputnik. Because here they say request, and here I say demand. So it's two different things, two different meanings. If I request is one thing, the demand is a different one, obviously. But I think it's demand, but anyway. And they see how the Hungarians respond. And I'm quoting, there are countries where dual citizenship is not allowed. And if we hand over this data and the authorities over these of these countries obtain these lists, very serious retortions will have to be applied to Hungarians. Various procedures will have to be initiated, including criminal ones, at least in Zakarpattia, western region of Ukraine that prohibits dual citizenship, the deputy ministry said. So, northern part of Romania, eastern part of Ukraine, Hungary, which is the, let's put it this way, let me show you the map, though, right? Jesus Christ, if we are at it. Okay, here is the map. So here is the map of Ukraine. This is Romania right here. This is Hungary. And this is Zakarpattia, this area here. The north of Romania, east of Hungary, and how do I put it, west of Ukraine. This part is claimed by Poland, Lviv, all this thing. This is claimed by, because they were taken from these guys and given to Soviet Union, and Soviet Union incorporated in then the Soviet Socialist Republic of Ukraine. And after 1991, it remained there instead of coming back to where they were taken. The same with this part. This is Romanian. Moldova, that's Romania. Anyway, we don't like it? Well, I mean, if I take it, then you agree with this. If I come and I'm strong now, and I take your car, and tomorrow I die, shouldn't that car come back to you? No? Why should it remain to my kids? Shouldn't remain to my kids, or that's an independent car. We want to park it on the side of the road. No, because that's a property that was taken by force by me. So you take it back after I kick the bucket, right? So there's Zakarpattia. In Zakarpattia, that's a big number of, I think about 100,000 or more than 100,000 Hungarian population lives over there. Minority in Ukraine. And they have dual citizenship, some of them, because Hungary allowed that. The same in Romania. A lot of Hungarians have dual citizenship over there. Now, I think Romania allows dual citizenship, so they have no problem with that. But in Ukraine does not allow dual citizenship. So the Ukrainians could arrest these guys, the Hungarians, for breaking the Ukrainian law. So they could arrest, or maybe they can blackmail, hey, you're going to go and fight the war for us. Otherwise, you're going to go to jail for 20 years for Law 25/BS. Okay? So that's what these guys are afraid. If we're going to give you that information, you're going to give it to those guys somehow. And those guys will take care of our population. And then what? Are we going to fight Ukraine? I don't think so. Even though I don't see that being impossible at this point. So this is what this guy talks about Zakarpattia. The recent U.S. decision to restrict entry for Hungarians is, quote unquote, more of a symbolic gesture, a political signal than a practical legal issue. Because Hungarians will still be able to enter the country without visas, but the process will involve more bureaucratic complexities, Ratvari noted. Yes, the Americans said, well, before you could come over there and stay for, I think, 3 months without a visa. Right now, I think you can go over there but for a month. You stay for a month and then you have to request a visa or something like that. Doesn't matter. It's only with the Hungarians. They didn't change with the Romanians. The Romanians don't even can come here. United States like that. No. Why? Because we're all equal. That tells you who's in charge, okay? Like, for instance, you come as a teacher here in the United States of America, you can't teach here. No, you have to go back to college because your diploma in education really cannot be used. Or come as a dentist or a medic and see how you're going to be working as a medic here. You have to go and do a lot of schooling again. Why? These guys protect their little thing. But if an American medic goes to Romania, the next day I think he can be a medic over there or a teacher. Don't quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's that works. I remember when I first came here, I had to make a different called international driver's license because the Romanian driver's license did not work here. But the American driver's license, A-OK in Romania. All right, well, just to give you some information. That was a long time ago. So Hungary and the US have a different mentality, which sometimes overshadows the fact that the countries are allies, he added. Well, US is allied with many countries in the Middle East. Not anymore, but anyway, with different mentalities. And I'm quoting, you can't see they're allies with what? With Pakistan? Is Pakistan our ally anymore or no? You can see that in many cases, belonging to a different political camp and different worldviews, from the gender issue to migration and more recently wars, seem to outweigh the fact that the two countries are close allies. And it's not allies, man, you're an idiot, I gotta tell you that. It's not allies, they are in charge of you. Got that? When you got that, then you know they got you. On August 1st, the US Embassy in Budapest said that Washington had reduced the validity of entry permits under the visa waiver program for Hungarian citizens from 2 years to 1 year and limited them to a single use, citing security concerns over Hungary's simplified naturalization program. You can always use a little reason and say, because of that, I will have to burn down the universe. But anyway, they have the power, they do whatever they want. Interestingly enough, the Hungarians have balls, unlike their neighbors. And I'm talking about not the Poles. Poles are not neighbors anyway, but go over Slovakia, you're in Poland. I'm calling them neighbors in different ways. Again, they have balls. Who else has balls over there? The Serbs have balls, the Croats have balls, Romanians have no balls. But you know what they have? They're weasels. They're sneaky. Why do you think they keep their mouth shut? I'm telling you, when the Romanians do that, they are at work. They're not like... They're doing shit. You're going to find out little by little what they're doing. I think they're doing a lot for NATO. A lot of things happen in eastern Romania, where a lot of weapons are brought and a lot of NATO personnel is already over there. But anyway, the Hungarian says, well, you can harm our people over there. We're not going to give you 900,000 personal information, data on those people. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Oh my God, you're not our friend. Well, you do it first. And when you do it first, then I do it. Right? Remember? I mean, you have to establish a little bit of credibility. How do you establish credibility? Well, this is how the United States establish credibility. You see this? You see this? I'm the best. I already provided you with the information. Now you give me the information. Okay? No? It's bang. Blackmail, threats, regime change, and then bang. But this is the shadow of this, always. These guys forgot to use diplomacy, negotiation, brain, balls. No, they're just like rudimentary thugs. Oh, we're gonna bomb you. All right, and it doesn't work that way. If you have groups of countries that got together, or you challenge Russia or China, that doesn't really work as it worked with, let's say, small countries as Hungary, for instance. Will work. They could pressure Hungary however they want. The problem is the Hungarians have balls and they just oppose it. But with time, they work through the European Union and they withhold money, billions of dollars for this program for Hungary, this program for Hungary. And then Hungary, what? Is going to remain a little bit backward, economically. And what's going to, instead of, that's the point, do it through yourself. Don't expect these guys to give you this and that. If you do that, you become like here. Whenever the federal government gives you some grants, like schools, they give you that, they earmark it with something. Yeah, but you have to accept this kind of bathrooms in your schools, or this kind of curriculum, or this, I'm going to give you the money. You say, no, I'm going to manage without the money. But they're going to give to your competition. So then the competition is going to destroy you. Even though in the case of public schools or the schools, is just decided by the stupid governor here, at least in the state of Michigan. A lot of people would just leave the state of Michigan because these guys become really communist big time. They are already there. But the problem is they create this culture of war, and some people will get fed up and they either oppose it, to be mild, or just get out and move somewhere else, and therefore you're going to have a split country, and eventually it's going to do it like this or like that, because remember there are many other factors that are at play, not only the economic factor. There's many others that are kept alive as tensions among us. And why? So they can loot over there quietly. They make us, oh, he's this, he's that, he's this and that, and they're over there, they just give us the wrong cards, and they take all the money from the table. So obvious, but hey, what do you want? When they got the media, they got the money, they got the military, they got the wizard politicians, they got the schools, they got everything. What do you have? Your balls, that's all you got. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.